And welcome to the next iteration of UFL Awards and Top 5 list. We are on our left back category, and this one is an awesome one for me because I found my favorite player defensively in this category. We will talk about that soon. I'm sure I kind of gave it away if you're really looking, but even with that being said, I still can't wait to go through this. There's a lot of beast, and I'm no doubt going to have people scratching their heads, being outraged maybe, but nonetheless, why don't we get into it with the start of every awards, the Bench to Beast Award. I love that term because many of these players, right, because of the way the game's set up, can start low rated, maybe on your bench. If not, their overall definitely screams that they should be on your bench. And then you grind with them. You work their attributes up, their skill sets up, and you can turn them into meta monsters, the best or some of the best players in the game. So you can literally create your own beast, and that's one of the things that I love about UFL. That, quite frankly, right now is my favorite thing to do. It's what's keeping this game fun and kind of, for lack of better terms, dark times. So, the Bench to Beast Award winner is this man right here, Destiny Udogie. Now, obviously, this is the fully boosted version. If you go get him, he'll be much lower than this. I've also boosted up his skill sets. He's at the highest overall you can get. I can only keep raising his skill sets up, and he is the best left back in the game, without a doubt. Anybody can argue with me. He is a monster. Defensively, he can shut down any player. He is good in the air, despite the stats not being the highest on headers. He is good aerial because he has a good physical presence, and up the wing, he glides on the ball. He can provide you with so much assistance in the offense and burn defenders while he's at it to either get a cross off, a cutback pass, whatever you need. He is an absolute monster of a left back. If you do not have him in your starting lineup and you haven't boosted him up yet, at the very least, go get him on your bench and then start subbing him in and slowly but surely boost him. I guarantee you he will end up being your best left back without a doubt. The Bench to Beast Award winner, Destiny Udogie, my left back and favorite defensive player in UFL. Now, there are a ton of beast left backs without a doubt, and many could win this Meta Monster Award. But I am also going to probably make people go crazy here because for the first time yet in the awards, now there's still plenty left, this could happen again, but I'm giving the double award to Destiny Udogie, the Meta Monster MVP left back of the game, which also makes him number one on our list. And I'm doing this because I simply have the personal experience to know. And I also happened to see the comments and saw that many other people share the same view because they also got him and clearly boosted him up to become a beast. I'm telling you, this man is second to none. Yes, I am including Theo Hernandez in this. I understand how good he is. I understand that in FC, he is literally the best player in FC 25 as a left back. But in UFL, Destiny Udogie runs supreme. I understand right off the bat, Theo Hernandez is probably better. However, it is worth the wait to grind him up and get him to become a beast because he's literally the best. There's point blank period. So he deserves the double. The Bench to Beast Award winner and the Meta Monster MVP goes to Destiny Udogie. Now that brings us to our number 2 best left back in UFL, and it's a no-brainer. It's this man right here, Theo Hernandez. Again, this isn't FC, but he is the best player in the entire game as a left back in FC. And he's not quite as OP in UFL, but without a doubt, right off the jump, if you're starting the game, if you want the best left back, you go Theo Hernandez. It's just on that price tag, you're not going to want to spend that right away, especially when you know you can build up these monsters that are much cheaper, so you can spend your CP elsewhere, right? But still have a great left back pretty quickly. However, Theo Hernandez, you can't ignore his talent. He is an absolute beast, a speed demon with good defensive abilities, good attacking abilities. You have to give him the second best left back in the game, and I already know that for many of you, he is the best left back in the game. So, second best for me, second best on our UFL awards, put in the books, Theo Hernandez. And our number 3 best left back in UFL, this man has created himself a legendary status in video games, period, as a left back. He is always lower rated in any football game, but he is always an absolute beast because of his speed, his physical ability. He always has this aura about him on the ball as well to be able to get the ball up that wing and distribute in the attack while being able to shut defenders down. He can track back like no other. So without further ado, the third best left back in UFL, Ferland Mendy, the Real Madrid French international. Again, he is obviously on one of the best teams in the world. He's a great left back, clearly. But I swear his video game aura surpasses his real life aura. You all know this. Ferland Mendy is an absolute beast. If it wasn't for Theo Hernandez, if it wasn't for how good Destiny Udogie is, who's more of a recent just screamer on the football video game scene, especially in UFL, just with how good he becomes when you boost him up. If it wasn't for that, Mendy could easily be the meta monster or getting the double himself with bench to beast and meta monster since he starts lower rated. So he definitely is deserving of the number 3 spot without a doubt. Now, this next player is an absolute beast in his own right. However, he has some shortcomings defensively. It's just on the ball, he more than makes up for it with his contribution gliding up the wing. He is an exceptional dribbler, lacks the skill sets in UFL, lacks some of the defensive ability in any football game, but he is a speed demon with excellent attacking capabilities, and he can still do the job defensively. Definitely deserving of the number 4 spot. While there are some very good left backs, I think Nuno Mendes is not a very controversial pick here. He is a beast. There's no doubt that I remember many times in UFL him gliding past my attempts to tackle him, and then he would dish the ball off. So, without further ado, congrats to Nuno Mendes on being the number 4 best left back in UFL. In a very tough category, by the way. Kudos. Now, the number 5 spot is always the trickiest because you start to wonder who's left, who do I have to leave off the list, and you don't want to leave anybody, right? The other spots are hard, but when you get to the point where it's leaving someone off or including them, you start thinking about it, right? The likes of Balde, a very good left back, just lacks in the physical and aerial department. Malasia could be an absolute cheap beast that you turn to a meta monster. You get towards the top and you see the likes of DeMarco, and very good Inter Milan left back. Antonee Robinson, a Liverpool legend and great left back, who is also my left back in FC right now. His more evolved version, but you can also boost him up in UFL. And not to mention Zinchenko. Who is going to forget about Zinchenko? He's literally an ambassador for UFL and a fantastic left back. But this player that I chose is an absolute sleeper, and I believe just because I'm from the United States and many players know about him, that's why he's so popular and why I played against him so many times, and he was always just a monster. Very good defensively, very fast, decent dribbling. He lacks, just like many of the left backs and really both sides, in skill sets. For some reason, they did the wing backs dirty in skill sets, so he's not, sitting underneath anybody there. But he just is slept on, probably because he's an American. Let's be honest, and this is football, right? Or as we call it, soccer. And who's going to choose a soccer player in their top list? But he is absolutely deserving of it, so I am going to choose him. Left back, Antonee Robinson, the Fulham phenomenon from the United States. You can look at his stats if you haven't played against him. I've happened to play against him so many times, so I don't even need to look. But he is a beast. If you need a left back, by the way, and a cheaper one, go after him. He's not as cheap as some of the other options, though. Like Balde's much cheaper. Like I said earlier, Malasia is much cheaper. And he plays in the Premier League, so it's not like people don't know how good he is. I'm just saying he is definitely slept on, so he deserves to be on a list without a doubt. He is a beast in UFL. He's a beast in football, period. So, that concludes our top 5 list and awards for left backs. Plenty more positions to go, but we do have left backs, right backs, and goalkeepers down. Let me know in the comments what you think so far. I love doing this. I love going down memory lane with some of these players I played both with and against, and there's no doubt there's more beasts that I missed. You guys can rage in the comments if you'd like. But next up, center backs. This is no doubt going to be controversial. I already know there's tons of good center backs, but there's also some absolute beasts, and we're going to shout them out, give them their flowers. And until then, keep grinding, keep having fun, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out.